You are chasing something. I do not even need to know what it is. Money, promotion, a better body, more respect, a bigger house, early retirement, being set. You have a version of yourself in your head, and you think once you catch up to that version, you will finally exhale. I am not here to preach. I am 77. And I need to tell you something before I do not get the chance anymore. The thing you are chasing, it is not wrong, but you are asking it to do a job it was never designed to do. And that is where the trouble starts. Sit with me, because what took me 50 years to understand, I am going to compress into the next 25 minutes. The treadmill. Let's start with something simple. The treadmill at the gym. You get on, you start walking, then jogging, then running. You are working hard, sweating, breathing heavy, but you are not actually going anywhere. That was my life for decades. Movement without a rival, effort without a rival. I was not lazy. I was relentless. And still, I stayed in the same psychological place. The treadmill isn't evil. It is just designed to keep you in motion. So is modern life. Okay, let's go deeper. The real chase. I told myself I was chasing success, but I wasn't. I was chasing relief. Relief from the feeling that I wasn't enough. Relief from the memory of watching my father come home exhausted and invisible. He worked hard, nobody applauded. Something in me decided, that won't be me. I'll be respected. I'll be important. I'll be undeniable. That decision drove 50 years of my life. And here's the twist. It worked. I got the titles, the office, the house, the retirement account. But the relief never arrived. Why? Because you cannot outachieve an insecurity. It just grows with you. Scorekeeping. I didn't just work. I kept score. Who got promoted faster? Who bought a nicer house? Whose kids went to better schools? Comparison is subtle. It feels like motivation, but it's poison because there's always someone ahead of you. Always. You pay off the mortgage. Someone buys a vacation property. You hit a salary goal. Someone doubles it. The scoreboard never clears. You never win, even when you win. That's exhausting. The identity trap. For 30 years, when someone asked, "Who are you?" I answered with my job. Vice president, executive, board member. Titles are convenient. They give you shape, but they're rented. Retirement took mine away overnight. No one calls you sir at the grocery store. No one schedules meetings around you. The world keeps spinning. If your identity is built on position, you panic when the position ends. And positions always end. You need something deeper than a title, or you'll feel like you disappeared. Providing versus being. Let's talk about something I got painfully wrong. I believed love meant providing. A roof, cars, vacations, college tuition. I executed that plan perfectly. What I did not provide? Attention, presence, unrushed conversation. My wife once told me, "I don't need more. I need you." I thought she didn't understand pressure. Turns out I didn't understand connection. Providing solves logistical problems. Being present solves emotional ones. Emotional neglect doesn't show up on bank statements. It shows up in distance, silence, resentment. That almost cost me my marriage. Success outside the home cannot compensate for absence inside it. Delayed living. Here is a phrase I lived by. I'll enjoy it when the promotion comes, when the bonus hits, when the house is paid off, when retirement arrives. It is a dangerous sentence because the brain adapts. Psychologists call this hedonic adaptation, the tendency to return to a baseline level of satisfaction after positive or negative events. Translation, you get the thing, you feel good, briefly, then it becomes normal, and you need another thing. I lived in permanent, almost relaxed, almost satisfied, almost free. That's not living. That's postponing. Fear in a suit. From the outside, I looked confident. Inside, fear. Fear of being irrelevant. Fear of losing status. Fear of sliding backward. Fear wears nice clothes. It shows up as ambition, drive, perfectionism, but it is still fear. And fear does not retire when you do. If you build your life around avoiding fear, you build a bigger cage. I paid off the house at 58. Thought I'd relax. Instead, I worried about market volatility, healthcare costs, longevity risk. The fear just changed subjects, because the fear was never about money. It was about control, and control is fragile. The enough decision. This is the part I wish someone drilled into my head at 30. You do not earn enough. You decide it. You don't achieve your way into worthiness. You accept it. That does not mean stop improving. It means stop using improvement as proof of existence. When I finally, and I mean finally, sat alone at 73 and asked, what if I'm already enough? Something shifted. Not fireworks, not enlightenment, just quiet. For the first time, I was not negotiating with life. I was not bargaining for approval. I was not chasing. I was just here. It took me 48 years too long. The old friends. At 77, you see patterns clearly. I have friends who are still measuring, still competing, still irritated by what others have. They are financially secure, emotionally restless. Then I have others. Less money, more peace. What's the difference? Internal scorekeeping. The peaceful ones stopped keeping it. They stopped asking, am I ahead? They started asking, am I present? That question changes everything. Presence. Presence is not mystical. It's attention, undivided. When someone speaks, you actually hear them. When you eat, you taste it. When you walk, you notice it. I used to sit at dinner half in a conversation and half in tomorrow's meeting. I was physically at the table, mentally in a spreadsheet. Presence sounds small. It's not. It's the difference between being alive and being occupied. At 77, I don't regret missed deals. I regret missed dinners. The body, you think your body will tolerate neglect forever. It won't. You can override sleep in your 30s. Ignore aches in your 40s. But eventually there is a bill. Movement matters, not extreme fitness. Consistency, walking, strength, moderation. You don't need a perfect diet. You need a sustainable one. Because quality of life at 75 is heavily influenced by habits at 45. That's not motivational fluff, that's biology. Money revisited. Let's be clear, money matters. It reduces stress. It creates options. But beyond stability, more money does not automatically create more peace. If you don't feel secure at $100,000, you won't magically feel secure at $300,000. Your baseline psychology comes with you. Build financial stability, yes. But don't outsource emotional stability to your net worth. It's too heavy a load for numbers. Control. Most of my life was built around control. Controlling outcomes, controlling perception, controlling risk. But aging teaches you something uncomfortable. You control far less than you think. Health shifts, markets shift, people leave, plans collapse. The sooner you accept uncertainty as a feature, not a bug, the calmer you become. Security is not eliminating uncertainty, it's tolerating it. That's a different skill. The real freedom people think freedom is no boss, big bank account, paid off house. Those help. But real freedom, it is not needing applause, not needing to win every conversation, not needing to compare. It is waking up and not negotiating your self-worth with the world. It is light. You stop trying to prove. You start trying to experience. That is freedom, and it is internal. If you are younger, start building financial stability early. Automate saving. Invest consistently. Protect your health. But more importantly, detach your worth from your output. Build relationships deliberately. Have conversations that are not transactional. Learn to sit still without checking something. Do not postpone joy. You do not need to wait for perfect conditions. They do not arrive. If you are my age, you are not finished. You can still apologize, reconnect, simplify, release grudges, shift focus from proving to appreciating. Late peace is still peace. Do not die mid-chase. Step off the treadmill, even if it has been 50 years. Rapid recap achievement does not cure insecurity. Comparison never ends. Titles expire. Providing is not the same as being present. Happiness adapts. Fear changes costumes. You decide you are enough. Presence beats performance. Health compounds. Money stabilizes, but does not fulfill. Control is limited. Freedom is internal. Here is what I needed to tell you. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not required to earn your right to exist. Build, work, save, improve. Yes, but stop asking success to fix what only self-acceptance can fix. I spent 50 years running. The peace I was chasing, it was available the whole time. The only thing required was to stop. If this hit you, share it with someone grinding themselves thin. And before you click away, ask yourself one honest question. What are you waiting for before you let yourself feel okay? Subscribe if you want more conversations like this. And maybe tonight, turn off the treadmill.